It's great to see everyone in real life. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Nance Hastings, and I am filling in for Lori Daly, who unfortunately is a little bit under the weather, but she sends her best and wishes she could be with you all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our 45 Outstanding Mothers Awards Luncheon at the Pierre. We're thrilled to welcome our outstanding mother honorees and guests here to celebrate such an accomplished and inspiring group of women who also happen to be great moms. As we begin our program, please feel free to eat your lunch, and let's begin today's luncheon with the wonderful faces and excellent voices. You all heard their warm-up. Were they amazing? This is the Edward Williams School Choir. So can we have a round of applause for these angelic voices? And Miss Williams, their choir teacher, who did an amazing job. The Edward Williams School Choir. Thank you all. Thanks. Okay. Hopefully you got some good photos that you can share on social media. I know I did. I can't think of a more perfect way than to start a Mother's Day luncheon with children. It's amazing. We will be sharing photos of today's event on Instagram. So hopefully you had the opportunity to visit our Step and Repeat outside for Mominate. Please make sure that you tag us in all of your photos. We're at Mom and Dad Awards and hashtag Outstanding Mom. So we would love, love, love your participation. We encourage you to take lots and lots of pictures. On behalf of the National Mother's Day Committee, I'm very pleased to welcome you to our 2023 Outstanding Mother Honorees. So, Monica Arnado, Elizabeth Buchanan, and Tracy Travis. I'm also very excited to welcome our fabulous Mistress of Ceremonies, Natalie Pascarella, who you may know as the anchor of NBC4 New York. We're thrilled to have you with us, Natalie. Thank you so much. There you are. Thank you. And of course, we wouldn't be where we are today without the generosity and continued support of so many of you in this room. Sincerely, we thank you so much. The National Mother's Day Committee is part of the Mother's Day, Father's Day Council. It's a not-for-profit organization that channels funds raised for our annual awards luncheon to help meaningful philanthropies dealing with issues affecting mothers, fathers, and children. Thanks to your support, the council has donated, wait for it, I want a drum roll, more than $30 million to date to really well-deserving family-related charities worldwide. We're proud to be donating the proceeds of today's luncheon to Save the Children U.S. program and advocacy. Through its commitment to breaking the cycle of poverty, Save the Children strives to ensure that most underserved children in America are ready to learn by the time they begin school, that they thrive academically and developmentally, and that they're healthy and active, but most importantly, when disaster strikes, that these children are safe and protected. We're thrilled to be joined today by our Save the Children's president and CEO, Yanti Saripa. Also, Betsy Zarorio, Senior Managing Director for Corporate Affairs, Dan Pierce, and Special Advisor to the President. He's not here yet, but Mark Shriver will be joining us. This year, we were able to speak to several of those impacted by the work Save the Children does. And we're thrilled to share with you this short video that really articulates what they do.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm the mother of Jacelyn. She was born with a hole in her heart and she has Down syndrome. The worst part about it was the surgeries, but everything after that has been good. She's a fighter. It's hard. It's just that I was trying to not let the other kids see, the stress. I didn't want to put my stress on them, so I had to just be superwoman.
Mom was overwhelmed. So much going on. This is her baby girl. Mom needed comforting, and she needed to know how to comfort Jacelyn when she got overwhelmed. With the Early Steps to School Success program, I go into the homes to do brain building activities with family because we know that parents are our children's first teacher. So we just encourage them that they have everything it takes for their child to develop and do everything they need to succeed.
Mine. helped her to talk more. It's helped her to be able to adjust to being around other kids. When I try to read to her, no, she want to read to me.
She loves to turn pages in books. She loves to draw.
She loves to be the boss. In this program, I've learned how to just mellow out, be calm, because I used to panic. So now, you know, it really helps me to teach her more by just being calm and just relaxing.
If not for the Save the Children program, where would some of these families be? What would they be doing?
I know I can't do everything by myself. It's like we're part of another family. Like we have more families than what we already had.
My name is Faris and I am 10 years old. I didn't like to read because it was just stuff in the book that I didn't know, so I didn't want to read.
Faris is a hard worker. She's smart, she's dependable, she's driven.
You know, when she first came in, she was a struggling reader. You know, she didn't really know too much about how to read a book to comprehend. So with Save the Children, we help them with reading.
Fan. We used to do activities about reading. If we stuck on a word or we don't know stuff about the book, they would help us to and make us understand it a little bit more. Now I'm doing better at my reading comprehension and my reading skills.
When she came home from school, she was already reading, did her homework, and she became more confident since she started Save the Children program.
I love my job because I get to help students with their reading to help them better themselves to become a better reader for today and in the future.
I want to be a pediatric nurse because I want to help save somebody's life. I feel like I can do anything.
I hope and pray that Faris live out her dream of helping others and families. It makes me feel like I think I'm doing my job as a mom.
The work is truly, truly amazing. So, now that you've seen what support can do, I'd like everyone to please take out your phones. Yes, have your phones out the entire lunch so I can let you know how you can contribute to the ongoing success of this amazing initiative through our Text to Pledge program. By following a few simple steps, you can contribute any amount to Save the Children right now, and your pledge will appear on the screen behind me. For those of you who have been at our event before, you know you will get the most incredible gift bag, swag bag, beauty bag that you have ever seen. And this year's does not disappoint. We have over 15 items in this bag from brands like Bobbi Brown, Origins, Estee Lauder, yes, Too Faced, Ulta, and Benefit. It is the bag of all bags, trust me. So we hope that these amazing gift bags will offer some inspiration for you to make a donation today. And here's how you can participate. First, and if you don't know how to do this, someone at your table does. Open up your text messages. Then enter the phone number that you see on the screen, which is 203-309-0782 in the address line, and the phone number can also be found listed on the table. So see these cards on the table? That has the phone number on there. Okay. Type your name, your company name, whatever name you want to put in there, the amount of your pledge, and any short message you want to share. And simply hit send. If you prefer, you can also omit your name. You can be anonymous, but your tax-deductible donation will support children and families in need of this immediate relief around the country. So, who's going to be the first to text in their pledge? Let's go, let's go. Giddy up. All right. Who do we got? So, Elizabeth Miller, hello. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Who else do we have? We've got Karen Douche, Katie Glowski. Thank you so much. I encourage all of you to join us by texting your pledge this afternoon. Donations will not be billed through your mobile phone, but rather will lead you through the payment process. We are looking for 100% participation, no matter how big, how small. We really appreciate, and all the money goes to Save the Children. We'll be running this text to pledge throughout the entire luncheon, so please continue to send in your donations. And now we are going to take a break in just a minute. However, we have some very important moms in the room, moms that we've actually honored in the past and are with us today. And I invite them to stand as I call their name. Nancy Berger, Liz Rodbell, Jane Hansen, Jill Granoff, and Jane Hertz-Marcudis. Thank you so much for supporting us and coming back. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the most fantastic group of men and women that I work with on this committee, whose names are right behind me. I'm going to ask you all to please stand up, because none of this is possible without early morning Zoom calls on a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly basis. So thank you to my fellow committee members. Some of our committee members have actually experienced firsthand how far these Save the Children programs go. We actually are invited to go to places like Kentucky and actually see the work happening and working with the families directly. It's amazing. At this time, I just also want to point out we had quite a few volunteers helping with Mominate today, as well as helping with the silent auction. So I do want the volunteers, if you raise your hands, to please take this moment to thank our volunteers that helped us throughout. But last but certainly not least, we'd like to honor an incredible leader, and I'm looking and he's not paying attention. Dana Verrill has been a dedicated leader of our organization. He has spent countless hours to make this event happen for both Mother's Day and Father's Day over the past 12 years. He's been leading our organization. We have begged him not to retire, but sadly he is. Can I talk you into staying? Come on up here, please. We'd like to present him with a very special award as a token of our appreciation for all your years of service and supporting us.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you. Yeah. We'll do this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. So please enjoy your lunch. Text to Pledge will continue to run, so please remember to get your donations in, help support Save the Children. And if you need any assistance at all, we do have volunteers that will be roaming around. And then when we come back, yes, there's more, we'll return with a live auction featuring a resort experience in Mexico, a getaway to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, a stay at the Four Seasons Resort in Nevis, and a trip to Casa Sabil in the Dominican Republic. Please enjoy your lunch. If you're not sitting, I hope you're texting to pledge. Because we have in $17,630,000. Our goal is 40, so we need lots of texting to happen. This is my first time up here, so I've been told that you need to shh. I also made a couple of mistakes already, so sorry, but my very good friend Gemma Lionello is here, and she was a past honoree, so I want to thank her for coming. She comes every year. That's my fault. And also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors that are listed behind me. So we have at our diamond level, Ulta and Rocked. And at our next level, which I should know is our platinum, is e.l.f. Beauty, the Estee Lauder companies, and Lori Daly and Thea Breen. Okay. Did everyone enjoy lunch? Because I had a great time doing a lunch tasting here, and I thought the food was amazing. So we're just about to get into the live auction, but I also want you to note that there is a QR code. I bring props. So there is a QR code on your table. This will actually bring you to the silent auction, where we have some amazing offerings. We have 24 offerings, things like Yankees tickets, really hard to get reservations at Bad Roman, spas. Please bid on it and you can be yours. Just so you know that the bidding will remain open until midnight on this Sunday. All right, we're getting loud again. Okay, shh. I'm gonna be like one of those kids that needs a lot of attention. Okay. The next presenter I'd like to introduce to you is Jane Hansen. She is a fellow member of the Mother's Day Committee, and you may remember her as the host of the Today Show in New York. She is a 9-time Emmy Award winner, a Forbes Women's Contributor, and the founder of HHH Communications. So please join me in welcoming Jane Hansen.
So great to see all of you again today. You know, I was given an honor of Mother of the Year many years ago when my daughter was 5. And I remember saying, I think you've judged this way too early. We better see how she turns out. She's 30 now, and she's kind of okay. So I was just talking to Mark Shriver, who is sitting right over here. I've been trying to convince him to come up here and help me because I just want to raise a little bit more money. But Mark was telling me about how important what we do on this particular day and also on the Father's Day luncheon to raise money for Save the Children in the U.S. Why is it so important? It's a huge part of their budget, and I think you saw from that footage exactly what happens with these kids. You heard that little girl in South Carolina say, I want to grow up and be a nurse. And what happens to these kids because of these programs is so incredibly important. So every single penny that we raise here today really helps them. So thank you. So on that note, we've got 3 wonderful trips here, and I'm willing to bet that there are many people in this room, and I'm talking to you guys in particular, have not even thought about what a Mother's Day gift should be. I have some good ideas, and we're going to start right now, which is, am I right? Yeah, I knew it. We're going to talk about a spectacular getaway to Mexico. So, the pictures are behind me. There is a stay on your choice of Cabo San Lucas, Nuevo Vallarta, Acapulco, Riviera Maya, or Cancun for 8 days. 8 days, 7 nights at a 4 or 5-star luxury resort. It's for 2, but I'm willing to bet you could add on with a little bit more dough. We're going to start the bidding without me throwing that off. For $3,000. $3,000. Listen to that. Okay, who's going to start me off? I've got somebody. Paul, you are my hero. Thank you, Paul. Who's going to beat that? You know, I'm looking at you, Dan. Yeah, 500 more? 3,500. Right? Did I say that? 3,500. Anybody over here? Notice it's all the guys. Did I scare them into this or what? How about somebody over on this side of the room? $4,000, 8 days, 7 nights. Come on, come on. Anybody over here? Over here? Am I going to sell it for this amount? Paul, 4,000. Wait. What? What? You're 5? 445? 5? 5 right there? All right. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Come on, I don't want to be up here too long because we've got to hear from Elizabeth and Monica and Tracy. So, okay, 5,000. Anybody else? 5,000 going once, twice, and it's yours. Now, let me just say one more thing. we can do a second trip. So, Paul, if you're still interested, I can do it for you for 45. What are you thinking? What'd you say? Paul said he would never say no to me. Thank you, Paul. All right, we're off to a swinging start here. Our next, in case you decide you don't want to go to the beach, we can now go to, are we ready? Are we ready? Wait a minute, what are we doing with Mexico again? I thought we were going to Montana. Oh no, I know what it is, sorry. I'm a terrible auctioneer. You told me, Mark, I was going to screw this up. This is going, we are going to go for a 4-night stay for 2 at the Four Seasons in Nevis, which is of course, it's got an ocean view room, the Caribbean. I've actually been there and it's pretty nice. We're going to start the bidding at $2,500. You're shaking your head yes. Are you in? 2,500? He's in, okay. 3,000 back here? Okay. Paul, he's at 3,500. How many people are you taking along with you? 3,500, I've got 3,500 back here, over here, anybody? This is in, no, we're going to the Caribbean, Nevis, anybody? Stacy, 4,000? Stacy, you go. Anybody over here? 4,000? 4,000, 4,000, going once, going twice. Don't you want to go from Singapore to 4,000 to Nevis? 4,000, 4,000. All right, sold to Stacy. So this is the one thing you should never do is get your scripts out of order, which I've clearly done up here. All right, one more thing. This time we are going to Montana. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Sorry. All right, everybody, you can stop making fun of me right now. We are going to now talk about going to either the mountains in the summer or the mountains in the winter. And of course, we all know how wonderful that can be. So this is in Jackson Hole. And this is either at the Rustic Inn, Creekside Resort and Spa, or the Lodge's luxurious accommodations. It includes a wildlife safari. You can come for the world-renowned skiing, snowmobiling, sledding, or you can go in the summer, do fly fishing, hiking, or rafting. Perfect place to recharge. This bidding is starting at $2,500. Do I hear $2,500? Right back here. Yay, thank you. Who is that? I can't see. Turn your face around. Aww. Thank you. Do I hear 3,000? Thank you. 3,000. Nancy, are you doing to 35? Nancy Berger, 3,500. All right. Anybody else? 4,000? Anybody over here for 4,000? I mean, it's going to be a Wyoming, Montana excursion. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. 4,000 over here? All right, thank you. Anybody else? 4,500. Going once, going twice? You have it. Yay! All right, I have one more before I get out of here. And this is for a really unusual, one-of-a-kind travel experience. It's to the incredible Casa Civil in the Dominican Republic. Has anybody ever been there? You have? It's wonderful, right? It's one of the most wonderful places you ever want to go to. Casa Civil. It's atop a small hill. It's outside, it's inside the exclusive, thank you. It's outside or inside the exclusive Residencia Esperanza in Las Terranas in the Dominican Republic. It's a little piece of paradise, would you agree? And magical place. We're going to start this bidding at $3,000. And I think that you would absolutely love this one-of-a-kind experience. And let me tell you, every mother in the room would love it too. I don't know. Where's Danielle? Huh. Honestly, it doesn't say, and I never thought about asking. It's forever. 3 nights? 1 week. 1 week. Are you kidding? It's 1 week? Oh, this is worth a lot more than $3,000. How many bedrooms? Mark, it's 5 people, 1 bedroom. No. $3,000 right over here. Thank you. $3,500 here. $4,000. Paul, where are you when I need you? We're at $4,000. Anybody $4,000? Carol, you look interested. 4,000 over here? 4,000? Do I hear 4,500 from anybody? No, don't do that to her. Are you? $4,000? Are we done? $4,000? All right, $4,000 going once to. I'm sure it's a week. No, I didn't say 4 bedrooms. Stacy said 4 bedrooms. Is that okay? You want to pay more? Okay, 4,000 going once, twice, and we're done now. Now I get to do something truly special for me, which is I get to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies. You want to hear about her, so she's getting close. The lovely Natalie Pasquarella, who is an anchor of all kinds of newscasts at WNBC TV. She does what I used to do a while ago back at 30 Rock. We were commiserating, and we were also joining in the joy of having that kind of a wonderful job to be able to bring news to the world in New York City and all over the world on a daily basis, which of course can be a tough time. At times, it can also be wonderfully joyous. Natalie is truly a woman of today because not only did she come here to MC our luncheon, she's going to be doing a story about it, which she's shooting herself on her iPhone. And then after that, she's racing back to her home in New Jersey because her little boy's about, what, kindergarten? He's going to start kindergarten next year, and so she's, as a true mom, is going to race there and go to a little opening thing for that. And then she's coming back to New York to anchor the news. Does that sound like a typical day that we women do, right? Natalie's won 4 Emmys? She doesn't even know. Well, go home and count them and report back, will you? And she's truly a wonderful human being, and I want you to welcome her up here with all our hearts. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Breaking news. Moms rock. All of you. All of you. Jane, thank you so much for the warm welcome. You are a legend in your own right. You have paved the way for women like myself and countless other women, a true New York legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say, you guys look so fabulous. Can I just say for a second, you look beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm getting so much outfit inspo out here. I want to give a quick shout out to Alana, who I met today in the back, because she gave me the new eye patches for early mornings. Ladies, we know what that's about, right? Because I did the 11 last night. As Jane said, I had an evening event last night for a homeless nonprofit, and I knew this month was going to be really busy. But when a friend of mine, Dan Orwig, and his beautiful family at the table over here, when they called and said, Natalie, do you think you can do this event? I thought, oh my goodness, the kids in the morning, the drop-off, and I remembered back to what the first event was like last year for me. I came in here just rushing into the city, crossing the GWB. I had taken the kids to school, and I work the night shift, so my shift starts around 2:30. I get home around 12:15 in the morning. How many moms have worked the night shift? I know you've all worked all types of different shifts. Any night shift, Jane? Yes, we know that. A couple night shift moms in here. And I was rushing in here to meet Dan's sister-in-law, Miranda, who I know from college, and that's how I was invited. And 30 Rock's right down the street, so I said, I can make it, no problem. I'll be here, I can get into work right after. And I'm not kidding, I was so moved. Because as you all know, how many of you have suffered from mom guilt? Mom guilt? Be honest with me, it's gotta be everybody, right? My kids are 3 and 5 right now, and I'm in the thick of it right now, as all of you, so many of you have been there, whether you're working out of the home or in the home. And that day, I was just in tears at that very same table, hearing the stories of so many outstanding women who have made so many sacrifices, who give so much to their families and to their work every single day. And it was a rough week for me, and I remember leaving so inspired, thinking, okay, I'm doing something right. Okay, it's gonna pay off. My kids will love me in the end. So it really, that's literally what I left here saying. I went back and said to David Ushery, I'm so inspired. I'm just, getting ready for the 4 p.m. newscast. So I just want you to know how much this event means to me. And I have to shout out, my mom isn't here. She's back in Ohio, but she worked 2 jobs, and I saw her hustling. And I commend you all for the work that you do. So thank you so much for having me. Before we jump in, can we get a quick selfie? Or no? Is that okay? Yeah, you guys good? Okay. Okay, come on. I need table 8 to just squeeze. I'm just kidding. I like the feast night. Okay, ready? Okay, that's cute. I am trying to shoot some video to put on the news this afternoon, so everybody smile. All right, Jane, thank you again for the warm introduction. I am so proud to welcome 3 remarkable women to join the ranks of some very prominent prior honorees. Listen to these. Hillary Rodham Clinton and her daughter, Chelsea, Estee Lauder, Carolyn Kennedy, Halle Berry, Kate Hudson, Meryl Streep, Vera Wang, and many, many more. The dual role of mother and career woman, as I said, is no easy task. There are unbelievable challenges. It often means having to sacrifice. To succeed in one role, let alone both, it's a real achievement. Our 2023 honorees exemplify what it means to be a mom and a leader. We are so thrilled to recognize them here today. All right, our first outstanding mother honoree is Tracy Travis. Yeah. Tracy is the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of the Estee Lauder Companies. Prior to this, she was the Senior Vice President of Finance and Chief Financial Officer at Ralph Lauren. Tracy currently serves as a director on the board of Accenture and the board of Meta Platforms. She's a member of the Board of Overseers for Columbia University's Graduate School of Business and serves as a director on the board of Lincoln Center Theater. Tracy's been recognized as one of the top 25 women in finance, 100 most influential people in finance, and has been named to a list of the most powerful women, love that, most powerful women in corporate America. She's joined today by her daughters, Alexandria and Adrian, as well as her son-in-law and future son-in-law. You can see in some of the photos on the screen. Oh, we love these. Oh, the tears are gonna come. I'm gonna keep it together. Tracy's mom, to whom she attributes much of her success in both motherhood and her career. Please join me now in congratulating Tracy Travis as a 2023 Outstanding Mother nominee.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie, for that wonderful picture montage and an introduction. And a big congratulations to Monica and Elizabeth as well. I'm thrilled to share this special award and day with you today. I must say that I have been so looking forward to this award, for while I've had many different roles in my life, Without a doubt, the one that has brought me the most happiness, anxiety, and worry at times, but mostly pride and joy, has been the privilege of being the mother of my two girls, Alexandria and Adrian, who I'm thrilled to say are both here today to share in this moment. When I was starting my career, seeing a room full of women like this would have been difficult to imagine. Back then, some people thought that becoming a mother was incompatible with being able to dedicate the time and effort it takes to achieve professional success, particularly in the C-suite. And let's be honest, unfortunately, some still do. But we know that they are wrong. My life is proof that a career journey can be a family journey too. And for me, each path has enriched the other. But it wasn't always easy. I didn't have a playbook. As an only child myself, I had never even babysat before I had Alex, our oldest daughter. But I've been very fortunate to have a partner in life with Richard, who has always had my back and allowed my career journey to be an integral part of our family journey. Like perhaps many of you with dual career families, when we started our marriage, I was working in New York, Richard was working in Michigan, everything was great. And we had regularly commuting one place or the other. And as a CFO, I am normally thrilled when projects wrap ahead of schedule and under budget. But when our daughter Alex arrived at 29 weeks, weighing only 1 pound 7 ounces, well, that was a different story. While Alex was ready for the big arrival day, I certainly wasn't. We were very fortunate that she was otherwise healthy, and now Alex is 29 years old, almost 30 in a few weeks. Was married last year to Sean, who is also here. A few weeks ago, she successfully defended her dissertation at the University of Maryland to obtain her PhD in school psychology. And if that wasn't enough, she will get her first book published next year, which she has mysteriously not let us read yet. Hopefully more like Harry Potter than 50 Shades of Grey, Alex. Her sister Adrian, is 25, a graduate of the University of Chicago, and is working as an associate at a prestigious consulting firm. She will get married this August, and her fiancé, Cole, is also here with us as well. We're happy that both girls have found the partners in life that make them happy, and the circle of life continues, which is code for grandchildren. Next. When they were growing up, having those two little girls at home eager to share their pictures, poems, and Easy Bake Ovens, every day, Easy Bake Oven snacks, until that oven mysteriously disappeared one day, added so much richness to our lives. It was a joy to come home to them and to see the world through their eyes. My journey, our journey, took on new meaning, with new challenges and new rewards. And the things we did together as a family gave me greater purpose at work as well. Over the next few decades, my career journey took us from Michigan to Chicago to Ohio. I know it wasn't easy for them, but the girls were incredibly resilient and strong, which was important, starting new schools, making new friends, and learning how to adapt in new environments. And I might add, they developed some sharp executive skills of their own. When I was offered a role back in New York, 13-year-old Alex negotiated like a pro in a corporate boardroom, agreeing only to come if we would free her from her all-girls school, private school experience, and send her to a co-ed school where she could meet boys and dress in regular clothes versus a school uniform, and we did. There was my guilt for missing many of their tennis games, for always being one of the last parents to slip in just at the start of their orchestra concerts. The only mom to send bakery cupcakes versus homemade cupcakes to the bake sale at school because I had no time to bake. But we made up for it in other ways, and the kids are all right. My heart is full of pride as I look at Alex and Adrian today. Beyond the careers my incredible daughters are building for themselves, they're using their voices to uplift others, especially in the face of injustice. I often used to say to my daughters, don't ask why, ask why not. Because life is all about possibilities. Their generation has a can-do spirit that gives me faith in the future. I hope my daughters and all of the women in this room will be able to make the most of their own life's journey without ever feeling they have to choose between family and career. Becoming a mom forced prioritization that gave me a greater and richer emotional balance in life. I want to say a special thanks to my colleagues at Estee Lauder, a couple of tables here in the front. We are a company that recognizes and supports families, and we have a high standard for family support. Finally, I can't leave this stage without honoring my own mother, who taught me so much about compassion, honesty, integrity, and care. Being a mother and a grandmother was clearly the highlight of her life, and she demonstrated it every day she could. She passed away not long ago, and we miss her dearly and honor her whenever we can. So let me close with a word of advice to young mothers and future mothers here today. Cherish the moments you have with your children. They go by much too fast. If you're as lucky as I've been, you'll wake up one morning and your kids will be happy, self-sustaining, that means out of the home, young adults pursuing their own career and life journeys. So treasure all the moments, good and challenging. Find your balance and live your life to your fullest. Thank you so much for this very special award.
Tracy Travis, everyone. Tracy Travis. Congratulations. I love that. Not to ask why, but why not? I took that as a note for my daughter. Our next honoree is Elizabeth Buchanan. Elizabeth is the Chief Commercial Officer of Rokt, where she leads the company's go-to-market strategy, which generated more than $200 million in revenue in 2021. She was part of the founding team at Rokt, but her entrepreneurial drive started much earlier. Elizabeth founded the Australian marketing firm White Gray, which she built from a startup into the most revered digital full-service agency in the country that was sold to WPP. She has more than 25 years of experience at major media brands, including Yahoo and Omnicom, where she held the role of President of Global Transformation. Elizabeth is passionate about women driving global change. She holds a board position with the NGO Vital Voices, whose mission it is to invest in women to improve our world. Elizabeth is a devoted mother of 5, excuse me, 5. I'm the oldest of 4. Woo, Elizabeth. Of 5, and one of her 4 daughters, Sophie, was born with a congenital heart disease. She's had 9 heart surgeries and countless others. From the operating room to the boardroom, Elizabeth is truly dedicated to her children and the profound philanthropic work she does while still maintaining such a successful career. Please, everyone, join me in congratulating Elizabeth Buchanan as a 2023 Outstanding Mother honoree. Woo!
Wow, thank you. What an honor, what an award. I've really been struggling to put words together to actually say thank you today and to acknowledge the life that I've had and my family. And I've been really thinking it through over many weeks since I was told I was coming here today. And then something happened last Friday night, actually with a friend who's got her phone up there, Danielle. We were at dinner in Tribeca, that first really wonderful Friday warm night, last Friday. Do you remember what you were doing? And we had this amazing dinner, catching up, deep in conversation. And we enjoyed the night enormously. Signed the check, big hugs, about to leave. And then the waiter came over with a bottle of wine and a couple of fresh glasses. And we were like, no, we haven't ordered anything else. He said, no, it's a gift from the table next to you. So we turned, and it was this amazing, lovely couple who we learned over that glass of wine had been married for 25 years and were celebrating that night and wanted to share a glass of wine with us to celebrate. It was an amazing conversation. We got to know them really well. We learned about their 4 sons and so on and so forth. The thing that really struck me, though, surprised us both, was when they were showing us photos of their 4 sons, and they said, "That's our favourite son." Like, we were both absolutely flabbergasted. And I was like, surely joking? No, that's our favourite son. So as I was walking home that incredibly lovely evening in Tribeca, I thought of my son Baxter, because he's incessantly, as with his sister, asking me, who is my favourite child? And so I really hope you'll indulge me a moment, but I'm going to take this moment, here and now, to tell them. My favourite child is Sarah. Sarah, when you set the example for me of how to lead with love. The eldest, don't you cry, because then I'm going to cry. Protecting all of her younger siblings. She toilet trained Sophie. That was great. Sophie wouldn't let me take her. Sarah was there. I want Sarah. She taught Sophie how to ride a bike. She jumps out of her favourite seat on the plane immediately if one of the others is in tears because they really want that window. She's the first to offer to help, and it's incredible. My favourite child is Hannah. When I need a hug and I didn't actually even realise I needed one. She feels the souls of the room around her. You're incredible, Hannah, and I love you dearly. I love you too, Sarah. I forgot to say it at the end of yours. My favourite child is Charlotte. When I need to remember how to listen more, I'm still learning that one, because she sits at the table and she just listens, and when she speaks, the words are so important. Charlotte, you also taught me how to be a mum. And I thought I'd be back on my BlackBerry, remember those, within seconds of your birth, and you know this story, but when I met you and fell in love with you, you turned my world upside down, my darling. And I couldn't do that. I completely changed the balance in my life. So thank you for teaching me that. I love you so much, darling. My favourite child is Sophie. When I need to remember how to have courage to climb a mountain. This child has been through 8 surgeries on her heart. I think we're up to about 15 others. I don't know, she counts them. Sophie, you're so gritty, so spunky. You make me laugh in the operating waiting room. Even though we're both quite scared, we're all very scared. Your courage, your determination, don't you cry, I'll cry, is an inspiration to us every single day. Today at 3:30, Sophie has an infusion at home for her immune system. It's monthly, it's not easy. It's been a journey. See, and you shrug. It's wonderful. You're an inspiration to me every day, Sophie. I love you. And yes, Baxter, there is a 5th. Just indulge me, thank you. They're not often in a room where I'm speaking. Baxter, I tell you all the time, yes, you're my favourite son. You're my favourite when the alarm goes off at 6 a.m. and you bounce out of bed to come and walk the dogs with me. The 2 of us and Izzy and Milo. You're my favourite when I need reminding that those simple moments and those powerful conversations of valuing time together as always, actually, not just sometimes the most important, they're always the most important. We were playing as a family. We're not really strangers. If you know that game, it's very fun to play as a family. And Baxter recently got the card, what is one thing that you wouldn't change about yourself? And he kind of instantly answered like it was a stupid question. My family, he said. Baxter, I love you so much, my favourite son. So there are some of the unique things about my incredible children. The things that are the same is how smart, independent, kind-hearted they all are, and I'm so, so proud of you. Thank you all for allowing me this moment to say these things to my children. Thank you.
Elizabeth Buchanan, everyone. Congratulations. All right, who's anchoring the 4 p.m. news for me? Because this isn't going to work. Do those swag bags have like makeup touch-up? I know they do. I got one last year. They're fantastic. What a beautiful family you have. Just, wow, one more round of applause. What an awesome mom you have. Awesome. Whew. We good? Okay. Our final outstanding mother honoree this afternoon is Monica Arnaldo. Woo woo, woo woo. Monica's got a posse here. All right, Monica. She is the Chief Merchandising Officer at Ulta Beauty, where she's built an unparalleled assortment reflecting how beauty lovers want to shop. Monica and her team are widely recognized for their ability to stay ahead of the trends and for continually offering powerhouse brands that position the company as the destination for beauty. Monica has had a tremendous career in the retail and beauty industries, also having served in numerous sales and merchandising leadership roles at Nordstrom, Sephora, L'Oreal, the Estee Lauder companies, and Chanel. She's a native of Northern California and a mother of 2. Eric and Kayla, as well as Kayla's girlfriend, Sophie, who Monica already considers part of the family. Eric is in attendance today, and I'm sure beaming with pride at his mother's accomplishments. Beaming with pride. Please, everyone, join me in congratulating Monica Arnaldo as a 2023 Outstanding Mother nominee.
Thank you, Elizabeth. You are not supposed to make us cry, especially when you're in the beauty industry. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So a very heartfelt thank you to Natalie, Jane, Nancy, and the National Mother's Day Committee for this incredible honor and for being such strong champions of Save the Children, which is an amazing cause. And everyone that is supporting today. And to my co-honorees, Elizabeth, who made me cry, and Tracy, who made me proud. On behalf of myself, and by the way, I have a super mom tissue in case I cry, but I'm not going to. All right, so on behalf of myself and all of us at Ulta Beauty, I am really beyond grateful for all of our amazing brand partners, for your tremendous care and support and partnership in supporting this event today and all of your support for Ulta Beauty. I can't even, it's hard to come up with words to express that, but I am so very grateful and thank you for that. I'm also really overwhelmed by my Ulta Beauty family who is here today. It's really tremendous for me, for all of you to be here. I love and adore you so much. I love working with you, and I feel your support, so thank you. Thank you for taking the time. I'm honored that you're here. I'm not gonna cry. But I do need the tissue, because it's really cold here, and my nose has been running all morning. Oh, by the way, you guys just keep it so cold. Okay, now finally, to my family that I love and adore so much. My son, Eric, who is here with me today, and my daughter, Kayla, who is on FaceTime. Hi, Kayla. Thank you, technology, because she's in California. You two are my best friends. Yep. And you bring me the most joy and love in my life. Are you crying? Oh, my goodness. I have to say I'm so proud of the human beings that you have become. And I adore watching you evolve, grow, and shine, and you're everything to me.
And he's my favorite son, because I have one. And Kayla, you're my favorite daughter. And Sophia's my favorite girlfriend to my daughter. So that was really easy. So I need to share that from my perspective, all mothers and fathers are outstanding because together we bring precious lives into this world. That's what we do, our children. We love them, we raise them, we honor them, and we do our very best to create loving human beings to continue the journey of life. But let's be real, it's not always easy, especially when you're building a career. 30 years ago, September, I delivered my son, so I'm giving away my age, I'm proud of it, who came 3 weeks early, and I wasn't ready. I was not ready for that. And so believe it or not, after I had my son and I got home, I worked the next day. My colleague came over to the house and we transitioned the role and I worked a little bit more that week. And don't worry, you were sleeping most of the time, so you probably don't remember. And 20 months later, after I had my daughter Kayla, my company set me up with a computer, a telephone, and a fax machine. Who remembers those? So that I could work from home while I was on maternity leave. Yep. Newborn baby, 20-month-old, working, right? It sounds crazy, right? It was crazy, I'll be honest. And well, we have come a long way in supporting working parents, and we have come a long way, and I'm impressed with that. We could still do better. By the way, I'm not crying, my nose is running. This is insane. I'm so glad, Lori, you gave me this tissue. Okay, so doing better can be as big as making policy changes or making company benefit changes, but it could also just be simple things and little things, and I would say that's what I really try to do, which is showing love and care and empathy for the people that you work with, for the people that are surrounding you that are also trying to build a career. Check in with them, see what they need, see how they're doing, because sometimes it's just the little things that can make the biggest difference. So, as I raised my children, it's fair to say that I did not always get it right. I know my kids would say that too. So what have I learned? Natalie, this one is for you. She might have left already, but she's there. Hi. This is for you and many others. So one, that I spent way too much energy feeling guilty. I was guilty when I was with my family because I wasn't working. And I was guilty when I was working because I wasn't with my family. Well, that's a no-win situation, right? It's no win. So if you're like me, seriously, let it go. It's not worth it. It only hurts you. So let it go. And speaking of letting go, I would say that's the second thing that I've learned. As a parent, a leader, a person, we have to know when to let go. It's really hard. But this is a Monica quote. The freedom that you will find in your mind when you let go is limitless. The third thing I've learned comes from the gift of feedback from my children. They've shared that my drive, passion for what I do, and high work ethic are inspiring, and I'm very happy that I've inspired that. But my opportunity, because you know when you get a strength, you get an opportunity, and I think we've talked about this today already, is that I could have taken some more time to enjoy my life, and I still could, and that's called balance. So I think we know about that one. So 3 things I've learned that I hope I can impart on mothers and fathers here, which is no guilt, it's a waste of energy, let it go, don't let that voice go inside your head, and find the right balance. And now, my focus, I'm still working on those, but my focus is to live my life with love, optimism, and positivity versus letting fear and negativity get in the way, because it's just a waste of energy. And I like good energy. But Maya Angelou said it best. This is what she said. We spend precious hours fearing the inevitable.
it would be wise to take that time adoring our families, cherishing our friends, and living our lives. Thank you.
Oh, Monica, so many of us needed to hear that today. Round of applause for Monica one more time. Oh. How many of you, it's your first time here? Anybody their first time here? How inspired are you right now? Isn't it just the best afternoon? Love it. This little guy too, so cute. You're my favorite too. Okay, we'd like to ask the honorees to come up one more time really quick so we can get a quick picture with the awards really fast. And we're going to have some closing remarks. And before I go, I'll see you at News 4 at 4, 6, 7, and 11. Better be tuning in. I'll be back for the 4 and the 11. But just thank you so much for having me here this afternoon. Give yourselves a round of applause for taking the time out of your day to support this wonderful nonprofit. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, I promise we'll let you go in just a minute. Natalie, we wanted to thank you on behalf of the whole committee. We have a gift for you for such a lovely job today, and we hope you join us again. Exactly, we love the eye patches. And just one more final reminder, text to pledge. So the numbers are on the table. We are at 20,000, close to it. We're just shy of it, but I know someone's going to text to get us right there. And also just wanted to let you know that we have the wonderful goodie bag on your way out, one per person, please and thank you. And this concludes our Mother's Day luncheon. Thank you so much, and see you next year. Thank you.